Welcome everyone to Space Striker. It's time for some more Elder Scrolls Online. This was my Cold Harbor situation where I previously had my Arcanist go through the first part, the first ever Cold Harbor run. I've been playing a lot of the game since then, and I have a lot more to show. The dreadful Bolivian plain of Cold Harbor is full of really weird and sinister things, and one of the weirdest and most sinister things of this entire thing revolves around the Library of Dusk. Now, the Library of Dusk does a thematic that is very commonly seen even in some of the new games I'm playing, whereby there are clones of familiar faces of important members that you need for your party to function. So, for some reason, I'm doing this because we had a technical issue during this point. I'm not immune to them, and I wasn't aware of them at the time. So we're going to go to the Library of Dusk, and in the Library of Dusk, we are going to deal with some massive problems. Get that tentacles on them and blast them with the trademark beam of the Arcanist, and I am trying to clear out the area, I'm pretty sure, to try to deal with the strange realm of Voidstone Library. So we're going to be talking to this Kirith Vanos, who will help us later to deal with the Magica Matrix. And you thought that the spell only affects scholars, but we have to deal with that. Gotta help prisoner Lady Clarissa Laurent, and I hope I got that pronounced right, and Rainer Vanos. And you have to try to observe what they look like in the cell to try to figure out what they might look like. I've been teaching a new recruit how to play Elder Scrolls Online as well. I will show more on that later. Trying to observe the rooms. Trying to make sure I know what the rooms are about, because that's important for later. And we are looking at Telenger's room. And we're going to enter the Library of Dusk. Now, the Library of Dusk has a very vast storehouse of books. Shockingly, none of the lore books in there most of them are not usable to deal with they're not usable to deal with your Mages Guild stuff. We got to get rid of these Dusk Scholar chargers. I've been practicing my dual wield. I still need to do more dual wield and learn more about exactly how I can use Cold Harbor entirely to my advantage. And we're wondering which Rainer Vanos is the correct Rainer Vanos, because there are multiple Rainer Vanoses in this region, and only one of them is the correct Rainer Vanos. Depending on... Yeah. Then the duplicate thinks he can take me, but is completely mistaken. So I did do this a bit sloppy. I had a perfect one of these before, but yeah, this one was pretty sloppy. The most remarkable thing about it was that it was with an Arcanist, not that it was clean, because it had been a while since I had done this. Yeah, the one that says this book is so engrossing. And then I think I went for the persuade perk. Yes. Went for the persuade perk. And it's pulling at the back of his skull. Need to get to safety. Lady Clarisse Laurent, she shows up a lot, and apparently she's now showing up in Cold Harbor itself. I have since leveled a lot more, and I've gotten a lot of other stuff done that is not Cold Harbor related. And, Rainer, I don't know if that's the real one, because all of them don't seem to hear you. I think the one that doesn't seem to hear you is the one that's the real one. The ignoring doesn't might be the real one. Yeah, Daedric spell. Gotta find Telenger. And there's a lot of fake Telengers floating around. In addition to this very specific glowing architecture and these very specific cloaked mages that have listened to Molag Bal's 701 edicts and have made specially designed plates on the floor to indicate where they should put people, the prisoners. And there's one of the fake Telengers. We have to find the path, because each one has a path. But, yeah. This is where the fakes are. You can take note of this. I didn't even have it on the right mission. So, yeah, this was a bit of a very messy time with this quest. I've done this better before, but it also reflects my unpolished Arcanist. Because I hadn't played the game in a while. As I think that I just, in this case, just get rid of all the clones. And then there's a book that gets me out of the situation. So I place a spell of protection on this note, make it invisible to Daedra. You're reading this, you're not a Daedra. So yeah, we can find where Telenger, the artificer, is. I think you're supposed to kill the clones, actually, but a number of clones to eliminate the fakes to find the note. And from there, you get items. I will show the other thing that I did on here, because I have a lot of new stuff I've done in this game that I have not shown on my channel. A lot of new stuff in this game. And you will probably look forward to seeing some of this brand new content that is not Cold Harbor related. And stuff that may be Cold Harbor related, but is related to an entirely new player that I have managed to recruit. So we gotta go find exactly where on the map we need to go to get to the genuine article. The genuine Telenger. because the Daedra seem to have hid the genuine Telenger behind many illusions. And I seem to have fallen for most of the illusions, but we're still cutting through the illusions. And I definitely remember being very disheartened at this point. I do remember that because I had massively botched the Library of Dusk, and I probably could have done it a lot quicker had I not had I recognized the signs at the time. I think this might have been very late at night as well, additionally, when memory serves correct. So my brain was not functioning very well at the time. But believe, yes, we found the lower basement. Going to try to zap these. If you're wondering why I'm commentating over this again, my mic had issues during this time. That was the technical problem. And that's why I'm doing this. We're going to zap some of these illusionists. And I'm going to have to post commentate a whole bunch of these other ones. Yes, I read your note. The non-Daedra eyes. Yes, it was an Argonian eyes. Yes, we got to get the fabled lights of Meridia. Yes, because we need the lights of Meridia, as Meridia is part of our path to win the war. You don't trust yourself? Yes, because we have problems with this power source that has caused a lot of issues with the Daedra. Stealing the healer slot. Huh. The light of Meridia, leave the floating rock. I'm going to talk to Telenger, the artificer. Jumping off the floating rock is very difficult. Well, not very difficult, but like seems a lot more dangerous than jumping even into the slime. Because at least the slime cushions your fall. Yes, we got one of the lights of Meridia. And with Meridia lights, we can turn the campaign. We go into the Hollow City. We're going to help the war effort. Test the lights of Meridia. Investigate methods for destroying the plane meld mechanism. More importantly, I'd say the planar vortex mechanism, as that is what we're ultimately going to have to disrupt in order to stop Molag Bal, at least temporarily. Unfortunately, every character, when you make a new one, does have the option of going back and stopping the plane meld again, which means that the plane meld somehow gets reset in specific time bubbles. But yes, not exactly sure how it gets reset, but it does. So we go to the Court of Contempt Way Shrine, and there's something I retrieve. Because from memory, I get multiple missions done during this, including dealing with vast amounts of sinister mobs, like flame atronarchs. and humanoid Dremora, like Dremora Hoskins and Dremora Caitiffs and Dremora Kindlurkers and various other ranks of Dremora. Because the Dremora in this realm are legion, and that is what we have to deal with. Durantriadur's Killing Field. Yeah, I soloed that a while back. So we can go to Court of Contempt Way Shrine. I can go to the Hollow City. And hopefully, what are we getting here? Trying to remember where we were at the time. Yes, we're going on to the next mission. Yeah, we're going to be introducing Vanus Galarian to our Fighters Guild members. And our Fighters Guild members don't believe that Vanus Galarian is back. And we have this Nalia who feels like she's been scattered. And she doesn't believe that Vanus Galarian would live. And then Vanus Galarian introduces it, and I think we found a lore book. Nalia is a very interesting character. I don't know if she gets destroyed later, because it gets a lot more rough as we continue through the quest line, as we continue towards the end of the Arcanist thing, because the Arcanist quest line that is overlapping. You can also tell what time period this was done in, as I'm over 100 CP ahead of this. So it's been a while since I have did the Arcanist Cold Harbor playthrough. Not too much time, but some time. Nowhere near the amount of time it was from the beta till now. Because, like, the beta was so significantly different. I didn't know any of these people. The Harborage, the way that Harborage was introduced to you was entirely different. Champion points were not even a thing. Like, so much has changed since then. It is mind-boggling how much has changed. And from there, we can figure out whether we have how many people are missing. I think I might be researching traits. Or no, I'm selling. Yes, because my inventory. Or I'm buying and then selling. Alright. Yeah, I don't even know if my inventory was that good back then. Can't see from this playback, but I don't think my inventory was that good. It never usually is. Oh, I was selling the glyphs before I realized their value for leveling enchanting. Okay. Okay, I can tell already that I've changed even since this point. Because yes, I'd sell the rest of it, but not the runes anymore. Now I deconstruct them instead. So you can already see the evolution of my understanding of the game already. Just by what I'm doing here in terms of crafting. Hope you understand that I'm changing even in I'm fixing my content. I am changing over time. I'm not the same person. I'm not the same as I was necessarily when I recovered it because I'm evolving my strategies and what I'm doing constantly. And that's that. I think I will check what happened with the watermelon.
And then, if it isn't gone bad, is its quality of rats?
I don't. I'm trying to finish. Okay. Okay, we got the achievement, Deft Frish Cleaner. So we're trying to get perfect row with fish cleaning. Is that what I'm trying to do? All right. I'm on my mount. Trying to remember where the heck I was going at the time. Oh, yes, I'm checking the groundskeeper for more teammates. Gotta call for a council. Oh, this is also when we finish up the teammates. Okay, so that's what it is. All right. Cool beans. I'll leave it there. All right.